I still remember that fateful October night, the kind where the crisp air carries secrets and every rustling leaf seems to whisper untold stories. I had just left a small gathering with friends, my mind adrift in mundane worries, when I found myself at the crossroads of destiny. Little did I know, that very night would mark the beginning of a journey filled with passion, betrayal, unexpected twists, and ultimately a transformative rediscovery of myself. I was walking along a quiet, lamplit street when I noticed him leaning casually against a brick wall. There was something magnetic about his presence, a blend of mystery and quiet confidence. His eyes, dark and searching, met mine in a way that made me forget the chill of the evening. In that split second, the world around me blurred. The familiar street, the whispering wind, even my own heartbeat seemed to echo his silent invitation. Without fully understanding why, I found myself drawn into a conversation. His name was Michael, and his smile, laced with both warmth and a hint of mischief, made me feel like I was being let in on a secret too tantalizing to ignore. As we talked, the conversation flowed effortlessly, as if we were old friends reuniting rather than strangers meeting by chance. I felt an unexpected rush, a forbidden thrill that both excited and terrified me. Over the following weeks, Michael and I embarked on a whirlwind of late-night meetings, clandestine coffee dates, and stolen moments in quiet corners of the city. Every encounter was electric, a collision of emotions that left me both breathless and yearning for more. His stories were full of adventure and a raw honesty about his past that made me feel as though he had bared his soul to me. I, too, found myself sharing parts of my inner world I had long kept hidden, a tapestry of hopes, insecurities, and dreams. I soon realized that Michael wasn't just another fleeting romance. He had a way of making me feel seen, valued, like a secret only the two of us shared in a world that often felt cold and indifferent. There was a dangerous allure in the way he talked about freedom and passion, in the way he challenged everything I thought I knew about love. Yet amidst the intoxicating rush, a small voice in my head warned me that not all that glitters is gold. It was during one of our late-night rendezvous in a dimly lit bar that the first hint of imperfection emerged. As I sipped my drink, Michael excused himself with a vague promise of returning soon. Minutes turned into an hour, and a gnawing unease began to creep in. When he finally returned, his eyes carried an unreadable sadness, as if burdened by something unspoken. I pressed him gently, but he brushed off my concerns with a fragile smile and a whispered, "It's nothing, just some trouble I need to handle." I wanted to believe him, but as the days passed, small inconsistencies began to pile up. A missed call here, a vague explanation there. The cracks in our perfect illusion widened until one evening, I accidentally discovered a series of messages on Michael's phone. Messages that spoke of another woman, of secret meetings, of a love that was as illicit as it was passionate. The discovery shattered me. In that moment, every stolen smile, every whispered secret, every heartbeat that once sang the promise of a deep connection turned into shards of betrayal. I felt like I was drowning in a sea of anger and sorrow, my heart broken into countless irreparable pieces. Confronting Michael was both inevitable and terrifying. I remember the night vividly. The rain was pouring down, as if the heavens themselves were weeping for my shattered trust. "Why?" was all I could muster, my voice trembling between fury and despair. Michael's eyes, once so full of promise, now flickered with guilt and an ineffable pain. He admitted to the affair, a secret liaison that had consumed him even as he tried to maintain our connection. The revelation was like a storm, sweeping away everything I had believed in, leaving me exposed and raw. In the aftermath of the confrontation, I withdrew into a solitude filled with anger, self-doubt, and a profound sense of loss. I spent days locked away in my apartment, rereading old messages, questioning every moment, every word. It was during one of these solitary nights that I received a letter, a handwritten note from Michael. In it, he confessed that his actions were not born of malice or callous indifference, but rather a desperate attempt to escape a past that haunted him. Michael revealed that years before we met, he had been involved in a toxic relationship that left him emotionally scarred, a relationship where he was manipulated and controlled. The affair was, in his own conflicted words, a misguided cry for help, a desperate, flawed attempt to reclaim a sense of freedom he had long been denied. The revelation did not erase the pain of betrayal, but it introduced an unexpected complexity to his character. I began to wonder if his missteps were, in a twisted way, an expression of his own unresolved torment. Torn between my anger and a budding empathy, I realized that the path ahead was not as black and white as I had once thought. I was faced with a choice: to let the betrayal define me, or to find a way to rise above it and rediscover the woman I had been before I met Michael. It was in the quiet hours of the night, when my mind was heavy with conflicting emotions, that I decided to embark on a journey of self-healing. I sought solace in old passions: painting, writing, long walks in nature, and slowly I began to piece together the fragments of my broken heart. I attended therapy sessions where I learned to confront my vulnerabilities and understand the dynamics of love and betrayal. With every tear shed, I also discovered a renewed sense of strength. I realized that forgiveness was not about absolving Michael of his actions, but rather about liberating myself from the endless cycle of hurt and resentment. Months passed, and life, as it tends to, moved on. I rebuilt my world piece by piece, finding beauty in everyday moments and solace in the quiet rhythm of a life lived with intention. Then, one rainy afternoon, as I was leaving a small gallery exhibition of local artists, I saw him again, Michael. He stood there, drenched by the rain, his eyes full of remorse and longing. The sight of him stirred a maelstrom of emotions within me. Had time softened the sting of betrayal, or had the scars grown deeper with every passing day? For a long moment, we simply stared at each other. There were no dramatic confrontations, no teary outbursts, just a silent acknowledgement of the past and the complex emotions it evoked. He stepped forward, his voice barely audible over the patter of rain. "I'm sorry, Angela. I never meant to hurt you. I was lost, and I paid the price for my mistakes every single day." I searched his face for sincerity and found it there, in the way his eyes held a mixture of regret and a genuine desire for redemption. In that moment, I realized that while our paths had diverged, they had also intersected in ways that had irrevocably changed us both. I told him softly yet firmly, "Michael, I forgive you, not for you, but for me. I needed to let go of the pain so that I could find myself again." Embracing the lessons of love. That encounter was not a return to what once was, but rather a poignant closure to a chapter filled with both agony and growth. I learned that love, in its truest form, is not a fairy tale of unblemished perfection. It is a complex tapestry woven from threads of passion, vulnerability, betrayal, and ultimately, forgiveness. Each experience, no matter how painful, has the potential to reveal hidden strengths and open our hearts to new possibilities. Today, I stand as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. My journey through the shadows of betrayal led me to a place of self-discovery and empowerment. I no longer seek validation in the eyes of another, nor do I allow the ghosts of past hurts to dictate the course of my future. Instead, I embrace the lessons learned, the importance of trust, the power of forgiveness, and the beauty of forging one's own path amidst life's unpredictable twists. The legacy of a broken yet healing heart. If there's one truth that this tumultuous journey has taught me, it's that every heartbreak carries within it the seeds of renewal. The scars of betrayal may remain, but they also serve as a map of where I have been, guiding me toward a future where I am the master of my own destiny. The unexpected twists, the late-night confessions, the moments of bitter confrontation, and the chance reunion were not mere detours from a perfect romance. They were vital chapters in a story that continues to evolve with every breath I take. I share this story not as a cautionary tale, but as a celebration of the human capacity to endure, to forgive, and to ultimately find beauty in even the most painful experiences. Love is messy, unpredictable, and sometimes cruel, but it is also the force that binds us together, challenges us to grow, and, in its most honest form, offers us a chance at redemption. Thank you for joining me on this journey, a journey that began on a rainy night, traversed the labyrinth of betrayal, and emerged on the other side transformed. May my story inspire you to embrace your own journey, to find strength in your scars, and to never shy away from the raw, unpredictable beauty of life. Note: this is my true story, a 15-minute glimpse into the raw, unfiltered reality of love, betrayal, and ultimately, the power of forgiveness. I hope it resonates with you, offering both solace and strength as you navigate your own path toward healing.